the PED, Presidential Emergency Action Directives, right? Those have never been leaked. No one knows what they are. What we do know from one of the Mill aides who spoke on the record, a guy called Buzz Patterson, he describes the president's orders, right? So if a nuclear war has begun, if the president has been told there are nuclear missiles, one or more, coming at the United States, you have to launch in a counterattack, right? The red clock is ticking. You have to get the blue impact clock ticking. He needs to look at this list to decide what targets to strike and what weapon systems to use. And that is what is on, according to Buzz Patterson, a piece of like sort of laminated plastic. He described it like a Denny's menu. And from that menu, the president chooses targets and chooses weapon systems.
And it's probably super old school, like all top secret systems are, because they have to be tested over and over and over and over and over.
Yes, and it's non-digital.
Non-digital. It might literally be a Denny's menu from hell.
Right? And meanwhile, I learned this only in reporting the book. There is a identical black book inside the Stratcom bunker in Nebraska. Okay. So 3 command bunkers are involved when nuclear war begins, right? There's the bunker beneath the Pentagon, which is called the National Military Command Center. Okay. Then there is the bunker beneath Cheyenne Mountain, which everyone has, or many people have heard of because it's been made famous in movies, right? That is a very real bunker. And then there is a third bunker, which people are not so familiar with, which is the bunker beneath Strategic Command in Nebraska. And so it's described to me this way. The Pentagon bunker is the beating heart. The Cheyenne Mountain bunker is the brains. And the Stratcom bunker is the muscle. The Stratcom commander will receive word from the president, launch orders, and then directs the 150,000 people beneath him what to do, okay, from the bunker beneath Stratcom. That's before he he gets the orders, then he has to run out of the building and jump onto what's called the Doomsday plane. We'll get into that in a minute. Let me just finish but again,
this is good. Right.
These are the details. These are the systematic, sequential details that happen in seconds and minutes. And reporting them, I never cease to be amazed by what a system it is. A follows B, it's just numerical, right?
Yeah, but as we discuss this procedure, each individual person that follows that procedure might lose the big picture of the whole thing. I mean, especially when you realize what is happening.
Yeah. That
almost out of fear, you just follow the steps.
Yeah. Or, okay, so imagine this. Imagine being the president. You got that 6-minute win. You're looking at your list of strike options. You're being briefed by your chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff and your SecDef. And this other really spooky detail. In the Stratcom bunker, in addition to the nuclear strike advisor who can answer very specific questions if the president's like, wait a minute, why are we striking that, not that? There's also a weather officer. And this is the kind of human detail that kept me up at night, because that weather officer is in charge of explaining to the president really fast how many people are going to die and how many people are going to die in minutes, weeks, months, and years from radiation fallout.
Because a lot of that has to do with the weather system.
Yes. Yes. And so these kinds of the humanness, balanced out with the mechanization of it all it's just really grotesque.